What's going on, YouTube? Today we are going to dive through my personal life. And by that I mean we're looking at my toolboxes. Why do I have all these mini toolboxes? What's different about them? What's the same about them? Well, today we're about to find out because I'm looking for some electronic equipment that I have been able to find as of late for that giant plane project that has a wingspan almost as big as my motorcycle carrier, because I really love flying that thing, number one. Number two, I want to experiment with some more aerial footage from it, which is a little bit difficult without a gimbaled camera because the thing kind of shakes around up there a little bit, but we'll figure something out on that. But without further ado, let's take a look at what's in mystery toolbox number one. We have some hanging hardware. Those are the 50-pound variety, if I'm not mistaken. Some electrical terminals, a razor blade pointed straight up, which is a great way to have this damn razor blade. Can get that. Come on, I know you wanna. There we go. Slightly better. Uh-oh, is that Corona? And some needle and thread, because needle and thread, this belongs like in my travel kit. I don't know what this is doing here. This belongs in my toiletries kit, my traveling toiletries kit. I think I'm gonna move that, but you know, I kind of want to reorganize all of them, and I don't know if I want to piecemeal it. What do we have in here? A bunch of random ass tools. Oh, I was actually looking for this. This is critical. This is part of my my on the bicycle pump system. This is very, very critical. Okay, in fact, I couldn't even remember that I was looking for that thing, but I found it. So, like, you know, an Allen key random 13mm bolt. I mean, it's just sort of very incomplete. You know, one drill bit. What am I going to do with one drill bit? Kind of a ridiculous. All right, so this one is basically, I got a spoke tightener. So if anything, I guess I could try to make this a bicycle repair kit. I have a hacksaw blade, you know, a compass, like, what is this, like the worst bug out toolbox in the world, you know? I mean, I have a lockpick, so I could, or at least part of a lockpick. Something I sort of fucking around with some tweezers. Bending this along the shear plane, not easy. So, that is a dog crap toolbox, but I found one interesting thing. Let's go to toolbox number two. Ah, yes, this is sort of the miscellaneous toolbox. This looks like overflow from my car toolbox, I think. Yeah, this was I was sort of doing motorcycle stuff with this. So this is sort of a pseudo motorcycle toolkit box, kind of. All right. I need to get some masking tape too so I can label these. Toolbox number three. This is sort of more, oh man, I already butchered this thing. I've broken two of these mobile, in fact, this thing is garbage. This suction cup is basically garbage. This is garbage. This is garbage. There's some change. Post-its, pens. Yeah, I feel like I can integrate most of this stuff. Oh, I've been dying for a freaking letter opener, I swear. Empty vape pen case, that's really useful. Garbage. Ruler, that can go in my thing. This is my hitch lock. It's actually really useful, and I should probably keep it. I have my tow bars somewhere around here, so I should definitely keep them together. So we'll relocate this guy. Yeah, in fact, we are officially deeming this toolbox dead on arrival. This toolbox is going to be used for something else. I'm not sure. And we are going to find a place for all this junk. Random junk that I think was from my car or something. I don't even know. So, that was toolbox number 3. And in fact, toolbox number 1 is also sort of miscellaneous. So we're going to go ahead and blah. We're going to do that. And I think aside, well, we'll just go ahead and sort. I'm going to take this razor blade out because that's not something I need to rifle through. All right, so 2 empty toolboxes that perhaps we can make sense of some of this. Not sure. Miscellaneous tools are the most annoying thing in the world. Like, just having, I mean, some people might say you can never have too many screwdrivers, but I promise you, you can have too many screwdrivers. One for the garage, one for the house, one for the car, one for your bug out kit. Like, that's 4 screwdrivers. Maybe different sizes and different lengths. But I mean, I don't know. Sometimes just too much. And then with this one was sort of all tools. So that'll kind of help because anything sort of semi-tool related I can put in here and go through that a little bit later. But at least it gives me somewhere somewhat sensible for some of this stuff. All right, so that is 2 toolboxes turned into pile of garbage. Let's see what's in toolbox number 3. Well, let's check the top first. This is one of my nicer ones, believe it or not. Random screws and bolts and washers and things. Well, we have some random screws and bolts and washers and such in here, so maybe we can sort of random bolts and screws are useful, but they're also kind of annoying because I don't even know what the heck this is. I think this went inside a socket that was for spark plugs, maybe? And you'd never find something like this by itself, so I'm not really inclined to throw it away. Random socket. Motorcycle tire iron. This is... I had 2 of them at one point. I don't know if I still do. So we're going to keep... We'll just close this for now. I'll separate all this out when it's all stupid little screws and nuts. I might put it back in the top of this. Nothing in the top organizer. And then I'm so tired of all this stuff being here. I gotta be honest. I'm putting the cat's paw in my construction thing. Random PVC tee that was for like a rudder project. I think I got 2 of them. That can go in the construction thing. These brackets, I think I can just throw away. I'm not going to use them anytime soon, I don't believe. They are kind of useful. I'm sure I could figure out something to do with them, but that's kind of the clutter concern is like, well, I could use them for something, but if you don't need them like within the next week, month, I know exactly where I found them. It's not like it's difficult to find them. So as much as sometime in the next 20 years I could use these, I will probably throw them away just so that I don't have endless piles. This little guy, beautiful little clamp, put that in the construction thing. And we got some random nuts and washers and stuff. Okay, so now I still haven't found the RC radio stuff that I'm looking for my plane. I know I didn't throw it away, so let's keep... Oh yeah, so this workforce toolkit, the top, which I really liked a lot, these dumb little tabs broke because it's, cheap little plastic. There was these little tabs that lock in here, and now the thing, of course, doesn't do the thing. So that's slightly annoying. I think this was always my kind of random electronic and other small tools thing, but then of course I have other random stuff in here too. Alright, I just hate how random all this stuff is. Like, I'm not, after the last few years, I've just sort of rearranged all these toolboxes and bought a couple more toolboxes. And granted, it's nice to have stuff in a toolbox that's organized versus like some drawer or something. Most of us people have drawers like this, where it's just like, Q-tips, wrappers, super glue, popsicle stick, Allen key, random cables. This is a USB extension cable, which I don't think I'm ever going to use for anything. So I should probably just get rid of that guy. I mean, it's like a foot long. Like, what are you going to need a 1 foot USB extension for? Like, maybe if your outlet was so far away from your dresser that you wanted to get your phone charger cable to, like, your phone couldn't sit on the table because your cable was too short, which ironically is something I might want to use it for. I gotta. After I build my dresser, if my phone cable reaches, I will throw this stupid thing away. Random Cat 5 cable, which has some holes in it. It's actually chewed up in 2 locations. All right, you're going in the trash. This has been a random Ziploc bag I have had for so long. It sort of has stupid little tiny tools in it, some fuses, this motorcycle chain device thing. I'm so over this Ziploc bag. This needs to be rectified. Oh, just look at it. Terrible. Now, onto a better Ziploc bag. These are bearings and universal joints that I was going to use for something. What project was I going to use this for? I want to say it was school related, or can't remember. These are nice bearings though. Oh man, the chance of me ever... The bearings I keep, I think, but the U-joints, I don't know. They're kind of cool. Could use them for something. Maybe some little steering. I think they're meant to be like for RC cars. Oh, I don't know if I was trying to make a 90-degree joint for my drill or something weird like that. I don't know. I don't know about those. I know what that is, but that's not important right now. Random batteries for something I have that takes a 2032. I have no idea what I have that takes a 2032, but something. A little power. I know what that is. That's a little power thing for an old school project. Super random RCA male to double, or female to double male splitter. Or joiner, I guess, depending on how you think about it. Yeah. This is some vacuum tubing. I am not throwing this away. Vacuum tubing is super useful for the car, obviously. All right, and then we have... God, there's all this dust in this one too. Get out of it. And what's all this junk in the top? That's all just like nuts and bolts and stuff. All right. Man. Yeah, it's just not quite sorted well enough to even... We'll just go full chaos here. Full chaos. And speaking of usefulness, I have found through the years that my ability to grab and make use of things from this pile is somewhat limited, partly because of the organization and partly because, some of this stuff is like specialized. Like a wood screw, okay, yeah, I could use wood screws pretty frequently, so those are like obvious, something that I have a high likelihood of reusing. Washers, they're up there. Random super small machine screw, not really, but they're like $1 for like 4 of them or something. I mean, the stupid things do cost money. Random little tiny sockets. I should look if this... It's just so infrequent that I would use these, but again, you'd have to pay. In fact, I should check if these double up with my orange kit. I can definitely get rid of those. These are chucks or pieces for my angle grinder, and they should probably go with my angle grinder and not just randomly in this stuff. Concrete anchors, you know, some random 50-cent bicycle wrench. It's actually a cool little wrench. It's got 3 sizes, a spoke wrench, and a flathead. It's pretty slick. Should see if it fits any of the bolts on my bike. Random stupid spring, you know. This belongs with my cordless drill. It's like an extra Phillips extension. I don't even know. Ooh, magnetic driver bit, also something that belongs with my cordless drill. Still have not found the parts to my RC plane, but come back next time for how we got all this stuff organized and how long it took. Maybe we'll even do a live organization, you know, seminar, and it'll just be loads of fun. But until next time, stay ready, stay organized, and look, we have begun. This carpet is so nasty and filthy, it was like giving me sinus problems because they got dogs, and you know, it just traps years and years of dirt. So every day, every few minutes, every hour, I'm just going to take up a little square carpet, and we're just going to kind of go like that because this stuff is nasty and I am so tired of it. I'm going to say adios, carpet. Which unfortunately means I might need to finish painting the walls and scraping the popcorn off the ceiling because I don't want to be hanging out on this crappy flooring, but I don't want to do the flooring until I finish the ceiling. So, this house. This frickin' house. And that's if I don't cut a hole in the floor to work on my sewer project. Because I'm so tired of crawling through the house, I'm basically ready to cut the subfloor. You might think, wow, why would you cut a hole in your floor when you can just crawl under the house? There's already an opening. Well, it's a really small opening. Trying to get tools or anything down there is a nightmare. I have to move the dryer and disconnect it every time I get under there. So it's like there's actually a variety of reasons why going into the house is a royal pain in the ass. It would almost be worth it for this sewer project alone to just put an access right here and just seal it up when I'm done. Not really a big deal. But anyways, till next time, stay safe, stay ready, keep your floor in good condition, and keep prepping.